The luxurious lifestyles of Tyco executives shield a brewing scandal. As company resources are misused and retirement funds dwindle, trust begins to unravel. Could this be the calm before a catastrophic storm? Visions of opulent parties, extravagant trips, and lavish personal expenditures swirl in the minds of investors and employees alike. But behind this glitzy facade lies a sinister underbelly of corporate greed and deceit. A high-profile executive's extravagant spending fuels public outrage as whispers of corporate misconduct begin to surface. Lives and livelihoods hang in the balance. Employees who dedicated years to the company watch in horror as their retirement plans teeter on the edge of collapse. The juxtaposition of luxury against the backdrop of financial ruin sends shockwaves through the organization. What are these executives hiding? Concerns mount as more executives indulge in excess, while key figures remain silent. The faces of power are now masked with anxiety. Who is truly responsible for the impending chaos? As the stock prices waver and confidence plummets, anxiety morphs into ferocious outrage. Employees rally, demanding transparency. The clock is ticking. Investigations reveal questionable financial practices masked by opulent lifestyles. Bonus structures designed to reward executives further deteriorate the trust between employees and leadership. What secrets lie beneath the glamorous facade of Tyco? Internal audits reveal a tangled web of deceit, and an unsettling realization dawns. The luxurious lifestyle of these executives does not belong to them, but to the shareholders who are now paying the price. As internal audits begin, executives scramble to cover their tracks. They are playing a dangerous game. One mistake could expose everything. In their desperate bid for self-preservation, they ironically deepen the mistrust of their stakeholders. They hide behind boardroom walls, but everyone feels the tremors of their impending missteps. As more details begin to leak, the question looms larger. Can Tyco withstand the accumulating pressure, or will this be a systematic collapse? Efforts to contain the fallout intensify scrutiny. Employees and the public grow restless, demanding answers. Who will pay the price? As accusations mount, executives make frantic conferences to dismiss rumors, which only fuels the fire of speculation. Confidence wanes. Inquiries from both federal regulators and agitated investors become relentless. But with every attempt at cover-up, the truth seems to slip further from their grasp. Share prices plummet, retirement plans disintegrate, and trust evaporates as more evidence of corporate mismanagement comes to light. Panic spreads like wildfire. What was once a celebrated corporate success story has turned into a horrifying tale of excess and betrayal. Investors question not just the company's viability, but their own financial future. People on the brink of retirement now stare into an uncertain abyss, where what once felt safe has crumbled into chaos. Then, a whistleblower steps forward, someone from within the organization who unveils a web of deceit that shakes the very foundation of Tyco. Shockwaves ripple through the corporate world as the real extent of the deception becomes horrifyingly clear. The greed that once drove the executives now fuels an avalanche of outrage. Stakeholders no longer feel just betrayed. They feel exposed, vulnerable, and angry at the epicenter of this collapsing company. Lawsuits pile up as former investors and employees clash with executives. The courtroom has now become the battleground, drawing in media attention that compounds the chaos. What happens when greed spirals out of control? The once grand empire of Tyco is now an unfolding nightmare. The tension is palpable, with every hearing, every testimony, adding layers of devastation to those caught in this storm. The disastrous fallout impacts countless lives. As Tyco's collapse becomes inevitable, the emotional and financial costs hit home. Countless families confronting lost retirement savings, shattered dreams, and broken trust watch as the news continues to break. Trust, once held dear, has been shattered forever, leaving a gaping wound in a community that depended on Tyco for their livelihoods. The story of Tyco International may begin with luxury, but it ends with a reckoning. The emotional fallout, irrevocably linked to the financial disaster, serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of unchecked ambition. For every scandal, there are names, stories, and lives that ripple through the aftermath. As the dust settles, the remnants of Tyco remain not just a tale of corporate greed, but a haunting reflection of how power, when abused, can lead to irreversible consequences.